Like and subscribe right now or you're going to have bad luck for the rest of the week. There's no way someone hasn't heard of the carbonated beverage Coca-Cola. It's world famous. First established in 1886 in Georgia, USA, Coca-Cola has since spread its operations to over 200 countries. Even though Coca-Cola isn't the healthiest drink out there, due to high sugar content, the consistent taste is so highly sought after that many people don't seem to be bothered by the alleged adverse health issues of the drink. Very few people would say no to a cool glass of Coca-Cola on a hot summer day or at social gatherings. However, the famous taste is not all this drink is universally known for. There's quite a few other unusual uses for this drink outside of consuming it, and we're going to talk about 10 of those here. Number 10. Cleaning toilet bowl. Don't even lie. Everyone's toilet bowls get filthy and gross over time. The worst part is that some of the stains become next to impossible to get rid of, no matter what cleaning agent you use. But this is where our favorite drink comes into play. Coca-Cola contains a considerable amount of phosphoric acid that helps clean out those toughest stains. Just pour the drink into the toilet enough to cover the stains and let it sit for an hour. The carbonation fizz will react to destroy the toughest of stains. After using a toilet brush to scrub the bowl a bit, you'll have a sparkling, shiny toilet bowl that will look as good as new. However, the disadvantage is that this method isn't cost-effective when compared to the cost of regular cleaning products. If you need to maintain a budget, just do this on occasion. Number 9. Pest Control. Believe it or not, Coca-Cola is an excellent tool to get rid of pests in your house and property because this bubbly drink kills quite a variety of bugs and small critters. Pests will be attracted to Coca-Cola for the same reason we are, the taste. But they can't digest the drink like we can. Firstly, Coca-Cola can attract slugs and snails, but when they come into contact with it, the acid content will kill them. Secondly, rats will also find the drink alluring, but when they drink it, their bodies can't expel the gas. They bloat up and suffer horrible deaths. And thirdly, Coca-Cola will lure in wasps who will attempt to sample the drink, but instead will drown in the liquid in the attempt. And lastly, Coca-Cola can be poured over anthills to kill the ants. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? Number 8. Clean car components. Our car batteries eventually become corroded, but never worry, Coca-Cola is a safe way to scrub the corrosion off. This is because Coca-Cola has enough acidity to remove the corrosion, while not reacting with the battery, making it a safe alternative to clean the car battery and terminal. Also, those living in climates with common low temperatures often find their windshields frozen and, you guessed it, Coca-Cola is a good way of defrosting their windshields. In fact, in addition to the windshield, it can be poured over the bumper to get rid of bugs and road debris. However, of course, it's always preferred to use clean water while rinsing to avoid damage to your car's paint job. It's kind of incredible that people consume a drink that has enough acidity to clean metal corrosion. Nevertheless, we're just getting started. At the end of this video, you might not want to drink Coca-Cola anymore. Number 7. Eliminating oil stains. Oil stains are often one of the ugliest types of stains, and also the hardest to get rid of. Quite often, motor oil gets spilled in the most inconvenient places, like garage floors or driveways, forever leaving an ugly stain thereafter. But instead of toiling to get rid of the stains with even the best products, just use Coca-Cola. A significant amount of the fizzing drink can be poured over the stain. Just let it sit for an hour, bubbling and working its magic, and then hose it away. Voila! The stain has vanished, leaving you with a floor that looks almost as good as new. Number 6. Get rid of rust. Talking about metal rust a second time, metal objects made from iron or steel often become covered in a reddish, brownish, or yellowish coating, which removes the lovely shine from the metal and makes it look old. This is rust, a result of oxidation when the metal is exposed to moisture. It's usually super hard to remove the rust, but if you tend to just replace the metal, think again. Our favorite drink, Coca-Cola, can be used to remove the rust. Just submerge the rusty piece in question overnight in a bowl of Coca-Cola and scrub it clean in the morning. The phosphoric acid will react and help in removing the rust. Doesn't this just make you want to run out and drink some Coca-Cola? Number 5. Remove grease. Coca-Cola may have a place in your diet, but it can also be added to your arsenal for laundry. We are all aware of how difficult it is to remove grease from our garments. Even hours of scrubbing may not get those nasty grease stains out. All we do is damage our favorite clothes. As with removing oil stains, though, Coca-Cola can also be used to remove grease and milk stains. Coca-Cola is very effective as a pre-soak treatment and stain remover for grease on our clothes. Pour the drink as soon as you can on your clothes and let the clothes sit for some time, soaking in the carbon and acid. You'll know it's working if you see discoloration. After some time, wash the clothes in as warm of liquid as your clothing recommends. Your clothes should then be grease-free. Number 4. Burnt grates. When cooking and baking, it's not uncommon that something gets spilled on the grates, causing charring, horrible smells, and staining. You might be compelled to toss your oven grates out and buy new ones, but this is expensive and wasteful. Instead of buying grates over and over, there's an alternative. If you guessed Coca-Cola, you're right. Just soak the dirty grates in Coca-Cola overnight. In the morning, you'll be able to scrub a good deal of the stain away. So though your grates won't be completely like new, they'll be much cleaner and save you the time and cost of buying new ones. Number 3. Copper cleaner. Copper's ability to conduct heat and electricity, in addition to its longevity, makes it a frequently used material in a lot of households, especially for pots and pans. You probably have some kitchen things passed down in your family that you still use. However, copper can get quite rusty and burnt from repeated use, but there is an easy fix. It's our magic friend again, Coca-Cola! Just like with car battery terminals, oven grates, and iron and steel items, Coca-Cola can also be used to clean copper. Over time, copper loses its luster due to being heated and cooled frequently. If this happens, just soak the copper item in question for an hour in Coca-Cola, then scrub it to bring that lovely sheen back. This technique will work on most copper items, not just pots and pans. For instance, copper wires we use to hang and dry clothes in the sun. The wires will leave rusty marks on our clothes after some time. Use the same soaking technique to remove the rust from the wires. That's all there is to it. Number 2. Fertilization. Believe it or not, Coca-Cola can be extremely useful in fertilizing certain flowering plants, such as azaleas and gardenias. Of course, the drink won't work for all plants, but for these mesmerizing decorative plants, it's quite an effective fertilizer. This is because the acidic content in Coca-Cola increases the acidity in the soil, which is good for azaleas and gardenias, and therefore helps to improve the performance and growth of these plants. Also, the sugar content in Coca-Cola increases the organic matter in the soil because the sugar in the drink feeds the microorganisms present in the soil. What do you think about that? Number 1. Soothing jellyfish stings. Jellyfish may look beautiful and harmless, but these creatures can actually be quite dangerous to humans. When they feel threatened, they'll use their stingers to protect themselves. Stingers that contain venom, injecting the stingers into whatever they feel is threatening them. But though the venom rarely causes fatal or systemic illness, the stung area will swell up, turn red, and cause unbearable pain. It's very important to treat the area as soon as possible. Now, you may have heard the myth that peeing on a jellyfish sting will soothe the pain, but don't be fooled. That will only enhance the pain. Instead, rush to the nearest store, buy some Coca-Cola, and pour it over the stung area. It may take some time, but you'll be free of the stinging pain thanks to Coca-Cola. That is all for today's video. What did you think about all these uses for Coca-Cola? Still want to buy a case at the store? Well, that's up to you. Thank you all for watching. While you're here, go ahead and click on one of these 2 videos on your screen. See you there.